Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome to the obligatory Switch screen intro! Even though I don't think I've done this before, or maybe I have, I can't remember. I just remember the obligatory Wii screen intro for every LP that took place on the Wii. So yeah, you might be wondering what we're doing here, you might not be wondering. If you saw the last part of Sonic Mania, you most definitely won't be wondering what we're doing here. We're here to play some Sonic Forces as Bowser, as Bowser's face, which is going to be I had to create a new profile so that I could start a new game without erasing the old data, so I decided to go with Bowser. How could I resist? The options were Zero Suit Samus, Toon Link, a Pikmin, all worthy choices, but Bowser's face won me over in the end. What a big surprise. It's something that seems to be par for the course now, that you can't have multiple files on a video game, which I don't know what that's all about. That used to be like the standard, that you could have multiple files on a video game, not anymore. So here we are. Sonic Forces starts off quite desolately in here. Let's just get started. I do have Episode Shadow, so I will be showing that off at some point in the middle of the LP probably, because I think that's where it fits in best. But for now, I'm going to turn this up a tiny little bit more so I can hear the amazing soundtrack, and we're going to get started on a new game. I'm actually going to go with hard, because actually this is one of those games where hard is normal and normal is easy, if you know what I mean. So I'm up for some hard Sonic action.
Sonic, how I hate him. And all of that loathing has been focused into this invincible instrument of destruction. Every defeat, every humiliation at the Hedgehog's hands will be returned 1,000-fold by my unstoppable creation.
We've got Orbot and Cubot again.
I can expand the
Always a welcome addition to any Sonic game.
the world.
The boss means business this time.
And of course he has his annoying voice from the end of Sonic Colors. Green Hill, Lost Valley, here we go! Just everything about the presentation of this game I love. I just love it. Everything... I'm going to turn them off at some stage, I think. Actually, I probably should have turned them off from the beginning. I don't need no hints. Everything about the way this game looks is absolutely amazing. Between like the
better kick things up a notch.
whether it's the whether it's like the music, press B to jump. I know that. Apparently I don't, because I was just like going to like kill myself. Everything about like the presentation of this game I love, whether it's like the music, the soundtrack, like the level design itself. Like if you look in the background of the levels, they always just look breathtaking. Like breathtaking is the only way you can describe it. And just like even in menus and things like that, and like the start screen, just that kind of like red and cream sort of like militaristic kind of atmosphere you have. It's just something that's really new for a Sonic game, but which just really fits in if you're looking at the fact that, okay, well, this is supposed to be Dr. Robotnik is taking over the world and things like that. And it's just really real and gritty compared to a Sonic game normally. And then we have here, of course, we have like a classic Sonic stage in Green Hill here, but it looks completely different. It's all kind of desiccated and desertified, if you know what I mean. And it's just like a completely different atmosphere to what's such a well-known stage, you know? We have some innocent bystanders, and Tails, who's anything but innocent.
Is everyone okay?
Dr. Robotnik just looks on like, this again.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I roll. Okay, let's finish this, Eggman.
It will be your finish, Sonic. Behold the power of my ultimate masterpiece.
Oh.
Huh? Shadow, it's you?
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Zabok.
That loser.
Metal.
My love.
Chaos.
You guys know I love Metal Sonic. He's the one true Sonic nemesis.
Whoa, this guy is faster than Sonic!
He's stronger than you.
No, wait, it's something else. Gotta scan him and figure this out.
Yeah, while you're there scanning, I'm here getting my ass kicked, Tails. By all of these guys.
What are you? How are you doing? Oh!
Nice.
Tails? I need to know what's going on with this guy.
I'm trying, Sonic, but these readings are all messed up. They don't make any sense.
I'm getting my ass whooped. It's almost like that episode of Samurai Jack where all of the best bounty hunters gang up on him to make like a master plan or whatever.
Sonic!
It's almost what it's like. With Sonic defeated, Eggman's army quickly took over. Within months, all but a few isolated areas were under his control. Despite the overwhelming odds, a ragtag resistance formed, banding together to continue the fight. And now, a new face prepares to join the struggle. And that new face is Vector the Crocodile.
Without Sonic, the people are losing hope and giving into despair.
Despair is a luxury we don't have.
I still dream that Sonic is with us.
We know what kind of dreams you have about
I'm an
Sonic.
optimist, but I'm also a realist. Sonic is gone, Amy, and Tails has just lost it. We're going to win.
My
We have
favorite,
to
one
do
of
it
my
without
favorite lines in the game right there.
We've been hoping for a miracle these past 6 months, but I'm afraid we have to make our own miracle.
SP was being a
Eggman's
badass as
army
per
has
usual.
Everyone terrified. If we want the people to rally, we have to show them that strength doesn't just come from numbers.
Not everyone is terrified. Isn't a new recruit joining us today?
Silver's trying to run the show
Survivor
here.
from the city, right?
I'm accessing the file now.
Yeah, you do that. And here we go. This is like the moment of truth where I make my custom characters coming up here. Already you can see that it just has a completely different sort of setup than the majority of Sonic games. Majority of Sonic games are like, oh, well, this is Eggman, he's going to take over the world, now stop him. But this kind of like just expands on it more, and it reminds me a lot of like the Archie Comics Sonic setup, or like, which they also have like the animated series of, with like Sally Acorn and Anton and all those people, where like, it's like you actually feel like, okay, well, Eggman is really truly taking over the world. Or even like Sonic Underground. Or even like Sonic Underground, where you have like that really like real gritty sort of atmosphere. I'm actually probably going to end up like making one that looks almost like the way my character looked in the way my character looked first, like in the way my character just looked normally. Like, because I really liked that, actually, eye color. This one. I'm pretty sure, like, this is like the exact same, yeah, that's what I went for, was like that pink color. And then, like, type 2 victory pose. No. No, we don't need that. That's like my favorite one. Looks great. Okay, get ready for my other favorite line in the entire game coming up here, everybody.
Knuckles, what's the sit rep, Commander?
Happy to see you're all still alive. Eggman's forces have chewed through our defenses at Green Hill, and the resistance in the city is reporting that whatever it is that finished Sonic...
Sonic's dead, by,
Sorry,
you know...
Still not used to saying that.
Yeah, Sonic's
Whatever it
dead.
is has got them running in fear. All except for this brave kid who survived the battle and made it here in one
It's
piece.
me! I'm on
Meet
TV!
our newest recruit.
Doesn't look like much.
Neither do you, Charmy. Use for your pointy butt. Here, kid, take this. We're depending on you.
So good.
Okay, let's get going, everybody. The world's not gonna save itself.
Right.
I'm telling you, Knuckles has got it in this game. Like, I'm so glad that instead of making him into a boob, like a bonehead boob, like you've done in other games, like instead of making him into a bonehead boob like they've done in other games, like they really just make him into this cool guy who is the commander of the forces now that Sonic is dead. It's just such a good idea, and it's just what his character deserves, if you ask me. Now we can play as Shadow the Hedgehog, apparently. What I'm actually going to do is go back to the title, so that what I can do is turn off those stupid hints. There we go. No, I want to save them. Confirm. Continue. But yeah, I don't know, like, this game, the way they set it up is so cool. Like, it's like, oh, like, Sonic is dead, so the rest of, like, the characters, like Tails and Knuckles and Silver and Team Chaotix.
Some incredible news. Sonic is alive.
Well, apparently now that's all destroyed, and it's just a really good setup, like, because it actually makes it real. It exists in like a real sort of environment, a real sort of world, like Planet Mobius, I guess. With like real issues, and like it's if Sonic was gone, well, they'd have to pull together and still manage to make it through somehow.
Solitary confinement cell. They've been torturing him for months.
Like, can you imagine? They've been torturing him for months. Like, can you imagine? Like, Sonic's in there at Dr. Robotnik's disposal in prison, being tortured for months. It's like,
it's horrible. We have to rescue him.
Yeah, Amy. Amy's the only one who's allowed to torture him for months.
I've got a squad on the way to the spaceport and the chemical plant to borrow a shuttle. Come on, guys. Who's up for an old school style jailbreak?
I know my custom character is. And this is another cool thing that they do. Like, you'll return to like Green Hill and Chemical Plant and things like that, like areas from other Sonic games. But it's kind of like you go back and forth, and it's like they exist in like an overall world, if you know what I mean, which I just think is so good.
I think we can hold them off for now.
Like, it's just it just makes the world seem more real, if you know what I mean. So this is like our first stage where we're playing as our custom character here. Obviously we have like a weapon called the Whiz-Bomb. Otherwise, gameplay-wise, custom character, I'll have to like think of a name. He's the rookie. Well, I suppose he's Harry. Like, I suppose that's his name. Otherwise, like, he controls like pretty much the same to modern Sonic when you're playing as him. His speed is pretty much on a par. His homing attacks aren't as fast. But otherwise, he's pretty much the same. But that's the thing, I think, like, there's, like, just enough, like, difference, there's just enough, like, difference for it to feel like, okay, well, this isn't just a Sonic clone or whatever. And just the way that they weave you, like, your character into the story is just really good, because it's like, oh, well, you're after joining the Resistance, because you're just a regular Mobian, I suppose, like on the planet Mobius, if that's what it's even like called anymore. If that's even what it's like called anymore. And it's like, oh well, you have to like gain the respect of the rest of like the more tenured members of the Sonic team, like Knuckles and Charmy and things like that. Like, it's like they don't have much faith in you at the moment. Okay, is this like the part where like yeah. That's the part where you have to like randomly just like randomly like jump into thin air there. Otherwise, as you can tell, the soundtrack is boss. First hit. And it will continue to do so for the remainder of the game. Like, the soundtrack never lets up. The soundtrack just like stays amazing for the entirety of the game. It's so good. And actually, like, the game itself is just so, like, this is like one of the reasons why I'm LPing this, while I'm LPing it right at the beginning when it's like come out, which I usually don't do, is just because, as you can see, this is a really fun game. And I'm enjoying it to a ridiculous degree already. And it's like, I don't understand why reviews are so down on it like a ton of bricks. That, like, I really don't get it whatsoever. It just doesn't make sense to me, because I got this game on the 8th. It is now the 11th. I finished it on the 10th, so I got it on the 8th, 9th, 10th. Like, I've been playing it all since then. I stopped playing Mario Odyssey to play this game, basically. And I've been playing it since, and I'm playing it again, and I'm still excited by it. Now, every time you finish a stage or fulfill other... every time you finish a stage or fulfill other... or get, like, other accomplishments or anything like that, you'll, like, unlock more things that you can get your character to wear. Now, they must be, like, somewhat randomized, because I don't remember unlocking this hat, like, that early in the game previously. As you can see, I have, like, the, the DLC that has, like, the different, like, other characters. Like, I could be Ai from, Super Monkey Ball if I want. But I'm gonna, like, stick with something that... Normally I tend to go with something that looks a bit more normal, so I'm not going to be wearing the Beat from Jet Set Radio glasses there. And normally I stick with, like, the regular gloves until I unlock something else, but they look, like, pretty cool. They're, like, the shadow gloves. And it's really fun because it means, like, that you can just make the character your own, pretty much. So I will go with, like, the Jet Set Radio t-shirt, of course. What's this? That just gives me, like, a silver body. These bodysuits can be a little bit strange. Actually, a lot of the stuff that you can get can be a little bit strange because you can put it... You saw, like, that thing that that picture that I posted on Twitter? There's a new game in town. It's called How Kinky Can You Make Your Custom Character? You can make them really freaking kinky looking if you really try. It's so wrong. But anyway, I think that's it for the first part of Let's Play Sonic Forces. The next part we're going to take on Stage 3, which is in the city. And we're going to be in the ghost town. So thanks a million for watching. The first part of Let's Play Sonic Forces. If you're a Sonic fan, check out this game. See you next time. Bye now.